everyone. Thank you again for joining another evening of Soul Work on Shaw TV. I'm your host, Jeni Cousins, and of course we all know my co-host, Miss Kimberly Buckler. And before we introduce tonight's show guest, Kim is going to give that number for our viewers to call in after we take our commercial break. And what is that number, Kim?
It is 403-539-6710.
So remember that number, Calgary. So after we have our commercial break, we're going to be eagerly waiting to hear from you all. And please welcome from the Big Island in Hawaii, my favorite place in the whole world, by the way, is Mr. Serge Kahili King. And thank you so much for joining us this evening. I'm just so honored to have you on the show. I'm a huge fan, by the way.
I'm glad to be here. Aloha.
Yes, aloha. Just to hear that.
Hey, Serge, can you explain to us what huna is?
Well, huna is the name of an ancient Hawaiian philosophy based on 7 ideas about life. And it's a practical philosophy that allows you to do anything that you would normally do, only better, more efficiently, with more fun. The basic ideas are, first of all, that the world is what you think it is, and there are no limits. Energy flows where attention goes. Now is the moment of power. To love is to be happy with someone or something. All power comes from within, and effectiveness is the measure of truth. Those are the main ideas, and from that we develop techniques. In my case, it's a philosophy that came out of Hawaiian shamanism, which I was brought up in.
Okay.
Have you always lived on the Big Island, or have you lived on the other islands in Hawaii?
No, I lived in many places. I actually lived on Kauai for 20 years.
Oh.
And I traveled most of my life before that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Where did you learn the huna?
I learned first from my father.
Uh-huh.
And because he was adopted by a Hawaiian man from Kauai, Joseph Kahili, that's where that name comes from. Mm-hmm. And when I was about 14 actually, when he offered me the path, and I took it. And so he started training me for about 3 years before he died. Then about a year or two after that, I was in California, and that's where the Kahili family was living at the time. And they invited me over. Joseph Kahili was still alive. He liked me, adopted me as his grandson. And then my training was turned over to who became my Hawaiian aunt and my Hawaiian uncle.
Oh, that's amazing. Can you give our viewers a little bit of a simple technique that they can use to practice with?
Well, the simplest kind of thing, which is really more, it's almost like 3 techniques together. It's 3 things that you can remember. One is to bless the present, which means to appreciate the present moment, appreciate the good in the now. Okay?
Yes.
The second one goes along with that, is to trust yourself. Mm-hmm. In other words, don't doubt your worth, your value.
Absolutely.
You can question techniques, you can question ideas, you can question whatever your lot, but not yourself. And to make things work best. And then finally, expect the best.
Yes.
A lot of people expect the worst, thinking it's going to kind of protect them from bad stuff. It doesn't work that way.
No.
If you expect the worst, then that's what you're looking for.
Yeah. Because you're
If you
sending it.
It doesn't always turn out. We have a saying that says EWOP.
Oh, EWOP, okay.
Yeah, everything's working out perfectly.
Yes.
But maybe differently. Okay.
Wow.
So with the huna then, is it a lot of the internal thinking, or are there other energy modalities in there when you're practicing this, like meditation?
There's many modalities, because this comes from a shaman tradition. So it's mostly healing, but it's healing mind, body, and circumstances. And you learn how to apply the same ideas and techniques for any of those. So we have in the shamanism, in addition to very practical, almost counseling techniques, there are energy things to do as well. There are also voyages that you take. We consider them to real places, but people think of them as imagination or dreams. Okay. And you do work there, which changes things here in the outer world.
Okay, thank you.
Because I know that you have written some books, and I started reading your books a few years ago. And, you know, I always thought, I mean, I'm a huge fan of Hawaii. I feel a complete home there. It's so much part of you know, who I am and my past life as well. Can you, you know, share with our viewers, you know, a couple names of the books that you have written and what brought you to, you know, writing the books?
Well, I've been writing since I was very young.
Yeah.
And I love that way of expressing. And I try to specialize in writing things that are very clear for people. So probably one of my most popular books is called Urban Shaman.
Yes, yes.
And that one came out of my work in Africa, actually. Yeah. It's about Hawaiian shamanism, but I realized all the shamans were staying in the villages, and the people were moving to the cities, and the shamanism was being lost. Yeah. So among many other people at the time, why I tried to bring it back to the people.
Yes, absolutely.
Mastering Your Hidden Self, another great. More recently, Creating Reality. That's a lot of fun.
Yes.
Okay.
And I've written a number of novels as well.
Yeah, I know, like, because I emailed you, I mean, you wouldn't remember, but it was years and years ago, and I shared a story with you about my experience when I first went to Hawaii at one time, and then you responded back to me. I didn't, you know, think that you would really, and it was just such a warm, touching, you know, response back, and I really felt a really nice connection from you, and I thought, wow, you know, your energy is just so beautiful, and it's just so genuine and honest, and I just thought, wow. So, you know, like the shaman, the urban shaman, it just really hits home in so many different ways. So I do, you know, recommend, you know, to anybody out there, to the viewers, to everyone who is going to watch, you know, this on YouTube, to definitely, especially if you're into, you know, the Hawaiian energy and wanting to learn more and experience more with it, even if you're interested in, you know, like the shaman energies and that, you know, to highly recommend to read your books, because they are very, very good. I mean, I love them. You should, Kim, because they're excellent. I still have the books. I've given many books away, but not those ones. They're staying with me, definitely.
Okay. Yeah, and I really like your input on all of it, and the way you look at it. It does. Your thinking really does make a huge difference.
It really does. And I bet you everyone that, you know, goes to the island wants to come and see you. Because you're teaching workshops, aren't you?
I do teach workshops here, yes.
Yes.
I have every month I do a class and tell legends.
Yeah.
And even on Second Life, we have Huna discussions.
Yes.
Okay.
And that would be amazing. That would be an amazing experience, because I know, like, I will be back in Hawaii. I keep on saying every year, but just something always comes up. But I know definitely when I come up next time that I will take a workshop from you. Absolutely. Yeah.
Have a lot of fun.
Oh, and have some of that Kona coffee. That's just the best.
Well, thank you very much for sharing with us.
Yes, you know, and the macadamia nuts. So, I mean, here we've got our cold weather here in Canada in the minus 30s and such, so it's a little chilly today. And I know out there.
I wish I could show you what it's like. It's absolutely gorgeous. I live in a forest of tree ferns and ohia trees.
Yes.
It's just beautiful outside.
Oh, I can imagine. It's just so breathtaking, and you know, anytime I've ever, you know, been to Hawaii, it's such a magical experience. Just the energy, you know, from it leaves, you know, it changes a whole different perception. And
Yes.
I mean, last time I went out there, I had a lot on my mind, and I needed to change so many things in my life, and I went by myself. And when I came home, I had a clear insight to clear absolutely everything that was
The
going
energy's
on.
very good here for that.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. It just clears so many things. I mean, anybody can go anywhere, and I've told so many people you have to go to Hawaii. For those who haven't gone, and every single person that I knew who has gone, they go back every year since then.
So, Serge, you do the teachings and that, but do you do treatments too?
No, I don't do that anymore.
Okay.
I have staff. We have staff all around the world who've been trained in that, and in many, many countries, as well as here on the island. So I turn that over to them.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
Main reason is I help people too fast.
Absolutely. So let's say.
Finish 5 minutes and they want to wait for an hour.
Yeah. So let's say, for instance, if our viewers or anyone who is watching this on YouTube or anywhere else in this world, because there'll be many, what's the best way for somebody to get in touch with you if they wanted to learn more about your workshops or read any of your books or anything?
Well, the best way is our main website, which is www.huna.org. O-R-G.
Okay.
That links to everything.
Excellent. And I know you have a monthly newsletter, don't you?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, I get that
And
every
also,
month.
people can join me on Facebook if they want to.
Yes,
Okay,
absolutely.
thank you.
Absolutely. I look forward to those monthly newsletters. Like, oh, it's Serge. I got a new newsletter to read. And it's fascinating.
right.
I just love it. And I want to thank you again, mahalo, by the way, to, taking the time, because I know you're very busy, to come in on the show. It was just wonderful and magical as ever for you to come on the show, Serge.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure. Aloha.
Yes. And just before we're going to take a break here, just another reminder for our viewers to give us a call right after the quick commercial break. And what's that number, Kim?
It's 403-539-6710.
And thank you again, Serge. Mahalo, mahalo, aloha, aloha, sending love and light your way. Thank you again for coming on.
Aloha, hui hou.
Yes. Thank you again. And we'll be right back, Calgary, right after these short messages. Hang in there. Stay tuned. And there she is. And welcome back, everyone, to Soul Work. I'm your host, Jeni Cousins, and this is my co-host, Kim Buckler. And we again want to thank you to Serge Kahili King for joining us tonight on Skype. It was such a pleasure having him on. I could have spoke to him for quite some time. And as I was even discussing with Kim a couple of minutes ago about energies, working with positive energies and having negative energies around as well. And even Kim has a touch of the cold, and she knows different ways how to clear out her system and keep her, her cold and her flu under wraps. Unless, of course, you're driving around in your car with your sandals on, bare feet and sandals driving around at minus 30. And we all know who we're talking about. So
Yeah.
we're not even going to go into that conversation at all. So I just wanted to mention something. Kim was just going to mention something a little bit about, let's say, a negative energy in your home. And can you just tell our viewers just a little bit about that?
What was interesting is Serge mentioned looking at things in a positive way, and this weekend, I think it was Thursday or Friday, I picked up, there was energies in my house. There was something in my house, and I saw it. And I knew it wasn't of the light, and it was brought into my home, not by me, but the idea is that I knew that I can help assist it out of my home, And I did share a conversation on how we need to really pay attention to what we're doing, who we're hanging around with, the places we frequent. It does make a huge difference in our lives.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
Yeah, I like to have my home pretty clear and pretty happy. So.
Yeah, because we can do the clearing also with sage and sweetgrass.
And that's what I did on Sunday,
Yeah, and there is other ways too that, you know, we can clear out negative energies and that through our home too. And, you know, if any of the viewers just wanted to, you know, even get more information, you can, you know, visit either my website, soulworkwithjeni.com, and also, Kim, what's your website?
It's Spirit and Soul Healing.
Yeah, because we can always do house clearings too.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Our first caller tonight is Karen.
Karen,
how are you doing?
Our first caller. Welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you very much. What I'm struggling with right now is I'm having some rather serious health issues and really quite distressing. And I was just wondering if you kind of see anything with that.
Yeah, you know, it's funny how, you know, Kim and I were just actually talking about negative energies compared to positive energies. Okay, and health issues, of course, come from many different ways, and there's many different ways to clear it out as well. And as soon as you phoned, I felt that you had a lot of almost negative energy around you. It's not that you're negative, it's just that when we have negative energies around us, it's from either environments and it's around people. And if you take a look at, especially the past few years, especially the past 3 years, with different energies that's been around you negative, it's time for you to clear out your closet, so to speak, with different people around. Are you there? The phone got cut off, but I'll just continue on with that. But health problem stems from a lot of different issues, of course. So when we're around different negative people and that, it can cause a lot of problems, and their energy can literally go right through us and cause all kinds of stress.
It felt like it was in her tummy area. I could be off my rocker, but the tummy area. And that's where the stress and that, it gets right in here.
Yeah.
Right in the ribs, and it can make you quite ill.
Yeah.
And then
Solar
the bowels
plexus,
and that, digestion.
Because I was feeling, it's almost like intestine blocked of some sort, Karen. So your health issues, it's like you need some type of a green drink. You know, progressive greens is one of them. There's Boku, there's Chlorella, there's a lot of different things that actually you can do. We don't know what happened to the phone system, but we're in Mercury retrograde, don't forget, everybody. But what you need to do, Karen, is just, you know, really take a look at your group of friends who is around you and make some decisions to walk away. But I'm feeling that you could run into even more concerns with it. I feel like your blood work is all fine, but the solar plexus area, like Kim had mentioned, definitely does need to get cleared out. So what I would even recommend is to, you know, look at your diet that you're taking right now. It's like you're deficient with a lack of vitamins as well. I'm even feeling that there is something that you're taking that it's a little bit too much, that has a little bit of mercury in it. So I'm feeling a sickness with that. What about you, Kim?
Communication and setting boundaries. My throat is tickling. So.
Yeah. So communication represents, like Kim said, the reason why she points to her throat, because that's the throat chakra, and that's the color blue.
And setting boundaries.
Absolutely, boundaries. So, because I feel that, you know, it's almost like the guards are getting put up in a way too, and you don't need to be putting your guards up around, you know, different people. When we start to have to put our guards up around people, we're defending ourselves, and we don't need to defend ourselves. So when I start to have to defend myself, you know, I take a look at, why am I defending who I am? This is me, take it or leave it. And, you know, if somebody can't treat anybody with respect, walk the other direction and make some changes. It doesn't matter, you know, if it's family, friends, anybody. And even with your work, I'm feeling that it's getting dragged down. It's like the negative energies around that too.
Okay, our next caller is Kim. Hello, Kim.
Okay, thank you.
Hi.
Yes.
Hi, how are you?
Excellent.
Good.
How are you?
Good. I'm pretty good, thank you.
The reason I'm calling tonight is I was laid off from my job in October of 2013, and I've been unemployed for 4 months, and I'm wondering if you see anything coming up for me in the near future.
Actually, I'm seeing you studying. I'm seeing you taking some type of a course. What are you looking at right now?
I'm in the field of customer service.
Okay, I'm not feeling that. You could very well get a job here in customer service within the next, I'm seeing 2. So I'm seeing more close to 2 weeks rather than to 2 months. But, that's a job. But I'm also seeing you taking some type of a course. I see that you're going to get drawn into something that it's going to draw your interest. And I see you going into completely different line of work, different line of career altogether. And I'm feeling like it has something to do with health in that area. Not like health working in the health store, nothing like that. I'm seeing you getting involved more with something like not a nursing level, but it could be working at even a hospice type environment.
Okay.
But it's working with people who need your help.
Okay. Do you see me staying in the city of Calgary?
No, I don't actually. I don't. I just really, really feel that your whole life is going to open up and completely change. Within 4 months, actually, you'll find your job, you'll get with that, but I just really feel that you might very well get bored with that. You'll be okay with it, but you're going to be like, you know what, I know there's something more that I should be doing. So within 4 months, you could come across some type of a nurse's aide, an RA, registered attendant, something like that. So it's just going to draw, it's just going to draw you. You might see something on the internet, you might see something, you know how we can get advertisements, come take a course and in this short time, you can be something registered or that, but it's going to be working with, I'm seeing RA.
Yeah, Alberta Mental Health, that's what came to my mind.
Yeah, it's something connected with that somehow. And
okay, that's interesting. That's completely out of anything I've ever done before.
But just hang in there, because what happens is, especially whenever we're looking to make changes, we might be like, I don't know what I want to change. I don't know what I want to do. All of a sudden, we'll start getting different signs. So you're going to start to get little different signs. You could be reading a magazine and all of a sudden an ad gets drawn to you in that type of line of work, or you could see a commercial or something. And then it's just going to intrigue you. Like, don't go looking for it at all right now, because you won't find it, because your energy's not there right now anyways for it.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's really going to open up a lot of things for you. Definitely.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
You're very welcome, and thank you for calling again.
Okay, I think we have time for one more caller. Cindy? Hello, Cindy?
Thanks.
Yes. Welcome to the show, Cindy. You have a question for us?
Yes, I do. I have a kitty cat that's sick. He has kidney stones. And I just want to know if I'm taking the right course of action, because my vet says there's nothing we can do. And I read a diet, a holistic diet, that I believe will help, but I'm not sure. I wonder if you can give me information on that.
You know what, I would do, what you feel is best right now for you to do. I really would. I'm not going to give you any big promises, to be very honest, because I don't like to do that. I would just, keep your cat in a lot of comfort, because I am feeling that your cat's actually in some pain. You can even, have you ever tried like a naturopath with, like there's a cat whisperer? Oh, I can't remember her name right now.
No, I have. Yes, I can do that. I can find someone that
Yes,
does that.
Actually, Sweet Baby's Pet Care, Trish Sweet. She's like a cat whisperer. She's very good with cats. But there are, so look her up on the internet, Sweet Baby's Pet Care, and she can help you with that, because there are different, methods that we can do, okay, to help our pets. But to be very honest with you, I personally would just, try to give your cat a lot of comfort right now and just spend, as much time as you can.
Well, I do understand if he might want to go. He might have had enough because I've been treating him for 5.5 years with kidney failure.
Yeah, yeah.
So he might have had enough, and I don't want to make him go through treatment if that's not what he wants to.
No, and you're very in tune with him, and he's very in tune with you. So if you pay attention to the signs, we know deep down already, you know, when to hear the signs and such like that. So, you know, it's to pay attention to them and such, and really take a look at the animal, and if they're suffering, you know, really pay attention to that, because I'm really feeling that your cat, you know, it's like he's looking into space all the time, and he's back and forth into, you know, this world, into the spirit world a lot. He has been for quite some time, actually, but animals, because they don't want to leave us, because they know that, of course, we love them and we want to attach to them, of course, and we don't want to let them go. So animals have a tendency to, you know, hold in a lot of pain and not do anything, right? You know, there are other treatments too. On 16th Avenue, there's a vet hospital, can't remember the name of it, and they do natural treatments too.
Right.
I am feeling you could get a little something, you know, for your cat. It's almost like a liquid of some sort.
So more or less just for pain.
Yeah, but I'm feeling more iodine with something. I don't know why. Some type of liquid that would also help your cat. But it's only like a temporary situation as well.
Right.
So just really, you know, I'd give Trish a call. Just let her know, you know, that I mentioned her name. Just say Jenny gave me, you know, your information to call you, and she's very good. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if she just come over and see you, and you know, she's got that healing technique with her hand. She's amazing with animals.
Cool. Okay.
So, you know, and thank you so much for calling, and you know, we appreciate your call indeed.
Okay.
And you know, we're already actually at the end of the show already.
I know.
And
well, thank you so much.
Yes, you're welcome. You're very welcome, and good luck to you.
Okay.
And we want to again thank you know, Serge Kahili King for being our guest on tonight. I want to thank you know, Kim Buckler, of course, to be my co-host, and Shaw TV, and all the viewers for watching us. Good night, everyone, and catch you next week, 6:30, Shaw TV for Soul Work. Have a great night.